welcome to the Injury Report podcast on Big Italy 42, talking about some key injuries from Week 7 and moving forward. And, of course, starting with the big one here, Arian Foster now going to miss the entire season with a torn Achilles tendon, and that's unfortunate. Another big injury for him, and this was with him in the game. Well, the game was well out of hand, and obviously hindsight 2020 there, but certainly seen some tweets going Bill O'Brien's way saying that they blame him for this. And either way, this is a Texans team that doesn't look very good. It certainly hurts Brian Hoyer moving forward because he doesn't have that elite checkdown guy. We'll probably see Alfred Blue, Chris Polk guy there getting a lot of the touches, but neither one of these guys are great options. Blue is a low upside play, an okay cash game play if he's going to get all the work, but definitely not a guy that I'll be actively targeting there. And Nate Washington to have a big game here in garbage time, and DeAndre Hopkins there is struggled, but as we know, he has big-time upside as well. So looking for a more pass-heavy attack there. So that could be good for the volume for Brian Hoyer, maybe not good for his floor, but still good for his GPP purposes. And next up, Joseph Randle with an oblique strain. This is a team facing the Seattle Seahawks next week at home. And Randle is expected to miss some time, and this weekend it is a very tough matchup there. Darren McFadden, Christian Michael, both intriguing options. And Michael, big disappointment this week. Didn't get very many touches, but Run DMC was great. 152 yards on 29 carries against a tough Giants run defense. Looks like he's got that situation locked up, at least for the foreseeable future, but we'll see. I mean, maybe we see Christian Michael get some touches. This is his old team, but either way, not a great matchup for either one. Looks like it's probably going to be McFadden as the guy that you're going to want to look for if you're going to target one here. Devontae Adams next up. Packers facing the Broncos in Sunday Night Football next week, and it's possible, early reports saying that Devontae Adams is going to return this week. Big boost for the attack through the air that is already missing Jordy Nelson, of course, has been all season. Aaron Rodgers hasn't been particularly great over the last couple weeks. Eddie Lacy's been awful. So Packers going to be tough against the number one defense in the NFL. And Rodgers, as we know, cash game lineup staple, but a very tough matchup here. So he's going to be a contrarian play and going to be the type of guy that you're going to look for in your GPPs. Doesn't seem like this is the week where you're going to be targeting any Packers in your cash games here at all. Next up, Odell Beckham Jr. with his hamstring injury. And he's seen a big drop in production the last couple games since aggravating that hamstring. 11 total catches for 96 yards in 2 weeks. He's got a great matchup this week against the Saints, who got absolutely gashed, well, in the second half at least, by T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck and the Colts. Only 6 targets for Odell Beckham this past week. Obviously, the Cowboys trying to take him out of the game. We've seen him have huge games there. He's not 100%, probably not going to miss any time. But this is certainly a nice GPP play. Probably not a guy you feel comfortable about in your cash games with him being less than 100%, but certainly a guy with some big-time upside in this matchup against a Dallas defense that really a Saints defense that just really has not been good at all. I mean, for years even. Now, Dez Bryant, big one here. Did have his foot surgery, of course. Seahawks and Cowboys. And the Cowboys really, really in desperate need of whatever help they can get. They've lost 4 straight games. 3 of those 4, I mean, just gashing, heartbreaking losses. Romo is more important to the whole offense, as mentioned here, but he's got a couple more weeks still. Dez could return this week, which would give Matt Castle a bona fide weapon to work with. However, it's a tough match against the Seahawks. But Dez Bryant alone definitely going to make this offense better. And I'm not sure that this is the situation where you're playing anybody in cash games here again, but if Dez Bryant's back and he's 100%, certainly a guy that you may want to pair with Matt Castle or even by himself in a tournament. Does certainly have some upside despite it being a big matchup. They may look to lean on him quite a bit there as well. And certainly if he's there, as mentioned here, that it'll be much tougher to stack the box and try to stop the run if you got to worry about Dez Bryant. So that's going to wrap things up here for us. Find us on Twitter at DFCafe. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Of course, this great piece courtesy of Ryan Chase at Ryan Chase on Twitter. So check him out. If you got any questions, also, good luck this week. Hopefully you did well, and take note of these injuries moving forward, and good luck next week. We'll see you next time.